welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining me this afternoon, as I am submitting my picks because apparently someone commented that I had too much control over this contest and they questioned my integrity, even though we've ran this contest for years and years and years and years, and no one's ever been screwed out of anything. So there's that. Hold on, let me yell at my dog. Pluto, stop! My dog's being dumb. Stop it. Anyway, so because of that, and to make you guys aware of what I'm picking, because apparently people are afraid that I'm cheating. Because they're I don't even know who the guy was. He said something in Jackpot's comments about it's not a question of you. Like I'm out to cheat you guys out of the fucking contest. It's fucking stupid. So if you're reading this, I hope that you read it and realize you're an eternal fucking dickhead. So there's that. But I'll put my picks out there for you. Maybe it's because I'm kicking the shit out of just about everybody in the comments. Maybe it's a little bit of that too. Yeah, well, apparently, I don't know. They think that I would just submit my picks after the deadline and, that's how I would cheat. The other thing too is that Jackpot has all of the money. There's that too. So he's not going to send the money to someone that's not fucking won the damn thing. Everything is set up through Google, by the way. So your stuff comes in, it goes to a Google form, it goes to a spreadsheet. I don't change it. I don't know what the hell the problem is with this, but whatever. I'll be happy to put my picks out there, just like I do every fucking week anyway. So with that, before we do that, let's thank the Basement Bookie. Basement Bookie is like 5-0 in his picks against the spread here. So the Basement Bookie sent the following as his Basement Bookie pick of the week. Southern Colorado at fucking noon East Coast time. That's fucking 10 a.m. local time and 9 a.m. for the Southern Cal players. Nobody wants to go fucking play football that early. Take the under on the 74.5. So there you go. Those are picks from the Basement Bookie. Under on the 74.5 with Southern Cal and Colorado. Well, that might be true there, Brock. Cody asked, how am I feeling about South Carolina playing Tennessee? Yeah, we'll get into that in a moment. Let me put my pick up here just in case so everybody can see it, because people don't realize that we've been doing this fucking contest forever, and I might just decide to fucking cheat the contest. Most childish bullshit I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to make sure that you can see my stuff here because you're insecure about yourself. So let's make sure that you can see it. Here we go. Where is it? Okay, there it is. All right, everybody can see it, right? They can see the form there. Good. All right, so with that, here is the first pick is Florida at Kentucky. Florida is giving up 1.5 at Kentucky. Now, here's the thing with this game. Kentucky, once again, has not played anybody. They've played a max schedule to start the season, not a joke, and they've played Vanderbilt, probably the worst SEC team in probably the past, 3 or 4 years. I mean, they're not a good Vanderbilt team, okay? So Kentucky's rolled. They did give up 28 points to Vanderbilt. Now, I'm wondering if I don't know enough about Kentucky to sit here and to say, all right, hey, they're going to be a team that is going to do something. This could be their coming out party. I don't know. They did win down in the swamp last year. I'm going to take Florida and the 1.5 simply because, look, I think Florida sucks. But on the other hand, Florida has played Utah. They lost. They also played Tennessee and they won. they pushed Tennessee around. They really, really did. So I kind of like Florida to win here, plus the 1.5. Now, Mizzou's playing at Vanderbilt. Mizzou is a 10-point favorite on the road at Vanderbilt. Look, if you watch any Mizzou football, they constantly are doing some things that they're not supposed to be doing on the offensive side of the ball. They end up looking flat sometimes. So in my opinion, I think that they are much better than Vanderbilt. That line has moved up. Here's the thing, though. Eli Drinkowitz is a fucking douche. I said that out loud. He is a douche. And with that, I think that I worry about the offensive side of the ball. But you know what? I'm going to stick with Mizzou. I think they're a horrible matchup for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt doesn't want to run the ball, or they can't, and they want to throw the ball a lot. Mizzou's value on the other side is that they have pretty good defensive backs. So give me Mizzou minus 10. I'll probably feel that one later on. Texas A&M at Arkansas. Texas A&M is a 5.5-point favorite. You know, Woo Pig Suey, the Mazodcast makes fun of the fact that Sam Pittman has huge jugs. Yeah, Sam Pittman, most giant jugs in the SEC. I don't know. This game's in Arlington. I'm going to take Texas A&M to cover the 5.5. I don't feel really good about that game either. Next game is Kansas at Texas. Kansas is getting 19.5. You know, I think that's a lot of points. Texas hasn't really impressed me. I know winning at Alabama was a big, big deal, but I'm not on the Kansas train either, by the way. But I'll take Kansas plus 19.5. We'll see what Texas does. Georgia at Auburn. Look, I've looked at these I've watched Georgia play, and Georgia is not they're not the dominant team that they were the past couple of seasons, but they're still better than everybody else. I mean, that sounds like a not a ringing endorsement there, but that's the truth. Georgia is really, really good. So I am not buying into Auburn with Hugh Freeze and everything else. He didn't even realize how big this rivalry was in one of the press conferences or whatever. I'm going to take Georgia to cover the 17.5 and be surprised if they don't. LSU plays at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a 1.5-point dog at home. Give me LSU to roll. I think Ole Miss is highly overrated. I'm also taking Alabama minus 13.5 over Mississippi State. Mississippi State does not have an identity. They don't know what they want to do yet. So Alabama, they've had issues, but Alabama, you still know what Alabama is. Nick Saban would like his defense to win games for him, and he wants to run the ball down your throat if he can. He can do that against Mississippi State, one of the worst rush defenses in the SEC. Look for the Alabama quarterback to have a couple of touchdowns on the ground. Give me Bama big over the Cowbells. Notre Dame at Puke. Notre Dame coming off a loss to Ohio State. Is their head in the game? Because there's going to be, 35,000 fans at Wallace Wade Stadium, all of them jacked up. Mike Elko trying to get a job somewhere else. Yeah, it's jacked up for Duke. Leonard's a great quarterback. On the other hand, I like Hartman better than Leonard. Notre Dame is giving up 6.5. I think Duke's going to cover. Give me Duke to cover at home. I think that they're underrated as far as how good their defense is, and I think it's going to end up being the defense will make a stand late. South Carolina at Tennessee, the big matchup here. First of all, there's like this whole thing about, is Milton's foot hurt? And, Heupel says, no, his foot's not hurt. And, you never know. I mean, these coaches will lie. They'll lie and lie and lie about, this guy's hurt and that guy's not. They really are scoundrels when it comes to that. But on the other hand, South Carolina rolls into this matchup as a 9.5-point dog. I think it's gone up a little bit. In our contest, it's 9.5. And make sure I put this out there. South Carolina has the capability to go in there and win, but for some reason, I think that the public is going to bet a ton on South Carolina simply because of what happened in the game last year. Spencer Rattler is the kind of quarterback that can go out and throw for a game like that. He can. Now, the reality is that I don't know if he's going to have the capability to do that with the receiving core that he's got. I know Leggett is great. There's no Juice Williams. Jaheim Bell had a touchdown catch in that game. I mean, Rattler can play his dick off, and they have the capability to do it. But for some reason, my gut tells me to go with Tennessee, even though I hope South Carolina beats them. So this is one of those picks where I'm picking Tennessee, and if they win, great, then I get a point in the contest. But if they lose, then I get to laugh at them. So that's kind of where that goes. So give me Tennessee minus 9.5. Clemson at Syracuse. Clemson is a 6-point favorite in our contest. Everybody is picking Syracuse to win that game. I don't see it happening. I think Clemson wins by double digits. Give me Clemson minus 6. The Kill Hall shitter is Buffalo and Akron. Akron is a 1.5-point favorite. The Zips are terrible. I mean, this game is just the shits. That's why Kale calls it the shitter. I'm going to take Akron at home minus the 1.5. So there you go. Everybody can see my picks that I made. There you go. It's all been submitted. All right, so there's that. I think that's all that I had for you guys today. Anyway, it was kind of cool doing a little itty bitty show here in the middle of the day. I want to make sure my picks were documented, just so people don't think that I cheat, which is holy shit with all that. Anyway, Jackpot will have a stream tomorrow night with the Tennessee folks. I think he was on BVD's show. So, yeah, there's that too. Go and check that out on BVD's channel, the only Vol channel worth watching. The rest of them are all just how fast can I jerk off Peyton Manning. Anyway, go and check out BVD's channel with Jackpot with their show from last night. You've also got Jackpot's live stream tomorrow night. And we'll be back at it on Sunday with whatever it is that's happening around the world of college football. I'm on Twitter at RobSoundsGood. If you want to hear me on the radio, go to the iHeartRadio app. I'm on WVOC Columbia. Just look that up. And I do pre and post game for covering South Carolina. So if you want to check that out, catch a little bit of my work on the on the radio. Brock asked if I watched the stream with BVD. I have not. Is it good? Should I watch it, Jackpot? Did Jackpot show his ass? What happened there? We'll have to see on that. So I'll check that out when we're done here, Brock. But anyway, there's some of the fine stuff that's coming up here on as far as the Rob and Kale show goes. Jackpot doing that stream tomorrow night. The remix stuff, man. You watch that stuff and just the cutout parts. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, some of the shit he does. Oh, well, I have to watch that. Well, look, if Boogie Bentley, if I'm assuming Boogie Bentley's the guy who ran his mouth to Jackpot over there on that fucking suck dick show, if he wants to come on our show, I'll hand him his ass. Tell him I said that. All right? Because I have zero respect for that show for the way they treated Jackpot. And if he comes over here nipping, he'll get kicked in his man cunt. So there you go with that. Don says, should you take Louisville -3 today? Who's Louisville got? I got to look at my picks here because I've been looking at so many different picks today. Hold on, let's bring this up here. I think Louisville, a team that's better than I thought has been the Nerds at Georgia Tech, by the way. They played a lot better than I thought they would play. They would have beat Louisville earlier in the season. So there's that. Let's see here. Looking at the score, the schedule here. Yeah, so tonight you got Louisville and NC State minus. It's actually it's at minus 3.5. Look, I don't like Doran at all, so my sticky side would say, yeah, I don't think NC State's that good. Take Louisville and the points there. That's the way I would go. Also, Oregon State tonight's welcoming in Utah. Oregon State is a 4-point favorite. I would roll with Utah there. I think Utah's going to blow them out. So there's that. Let's see here. What else we got? We got there's like 4 games tonight, isn't there? I'll give you my picks on these other games too. As let's see here. Louisiana and UTEP. UTEP is a shithole. Take Louisiana Tech -1. And Cincinnati and BYU in the nightcap. Cincinnati's a 1-point pick on the road. I would take BYU. I don't think Cincinnati's going to be up for that. So take BYU and give up the points there. Yeah. Or no, you get a point. I think BYU wins that game outright. So take that one too. All right, guys. Don't forget, Basement Bookie's pick is the under in the Colorado Southern Cal game. He's got she, whatever. Let's see here. Under 74.5. That's the Basement Bookie's pick. If you've been betting with the Basement Bookie, you have not lost all season. 5-0 on the year. Not very many people can do that. Not very many people can do that. So there you go. All right, as always, I appreciate you guys. Sorry I wasn't on the show Wednesday night. I'll try to get better and be back on the show on Sunday. You guys are awesome. If you need anything else, hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Rob Sounds Good. I'll be tweeting out tomorrow general reactions and stuff from the game. And I might drop into Jackpot's comments section a little bit. Some of y'all are mean as fuck to him, by the way. I mean, y'all say some mean shit to him. It's generally not our normal folks, but the people that just come if South Carolina's losing, they are just mean as hell to Jackpot. Like, wouldn't say that shit to his face in a nanosecond. So anyway, there's that. All right, well, if you guys need anything else, on Twitter at Rob Sounds Good. I'll see you guys later on.